people, here's me coming from the car. Got the red duster in the back there. Just a couple of things I wanted to get out there is that we are currently sending out information on the QMS, the Quantum Management System, which is a decentralised, decorporatised system that we are going to present to the people as an alternative to the current governmental, economic and societal systems that we currently have. They're all corrupt. They all got to go. The QMS is a platform that we will build future governance, economic and societal systems on. What it does is it gives everyone that is a lawfully qualified elector, which means that they're at this present time in Australia is someone over the age of 18. Don't care whether you're registered to vote or not, but you are a lawful elector. So every person over the age of 18 that's a lawful elector will be given a blockchain encrypted sovereign key. It's like a fingerprint. It's only going to be good for one person, and that's the person that it is issued to with their unique URL. The idea of this is to give people true democracy, true input into the way our country is governed and managed, forever. And the reason that we're doing that is because the system that we've currently got, which is unlawful, which is the two-party preferred system, is basically a duopoly, which was created back in 1908 to circumvent the democracy of Australia. So we've had a republic parliament within our Commonwealth of Australia since 1908. Now, numbers will get mixed up and people will jump up and down saying, oh, it happened at this time, happened. It doesn't matter. The point is, the system we've currently got, it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is because it's corrupted and it's unlawful. So anyone that wants to participate in the system, whether it be with good intentions or not, if you enter the current political environment in Australia, doesn't matter what level it's at, you're committing treason. So any of those people out there that are starting their own parties, don't bother. We have to build something that's brand new for the time that we live in now. And we must use our lawful constitution, common law, and our inalienable rights given to us by God or whoever you believe our creator is. So don't fiddle around with, more parties, more this, more that. It's a waste of time. The only people that are allowed to be elected in this country are people who are aligned with the two parties or people who are believed to be able to be controlled. A perfect example of all of this is, I could reel them off: Pauline Hanson, Corey Bernardi, Nick Xenophon, Jackie Lambie, Bob Katter. They're all controlled opposition, because if they weren't, they would have been standing in the parliament every opportunity they had to call into question the lawfulness of the government systems we have. They would call into question the 99-year pedophile list suppression orders. They would call into question the 1973 changes to our constitution made by Gough Whitlam without a referendum of the people. They would call into question the 1986 changes to our constitution by Bob Hawke with the Australia Act, which was done without a lawful referendum. So don't think for one second that anyone in the parliament is any different to the two-party preferred, because they're not. They're all unlawful. They're all treason, guilty of treason or misprision of treason, and they're all going to go, they're all going to be held accountable in a common law grand jury, as soon as we can get them out. The only way to get them out is not by joining them with the intention of routing them. Won't work. The only way to get them out is to build an alternative system that will give the people the alternative, the brand new system of true democracy, of the people, for the people, by the people. And that's what we're building. It's called the QMS, Quantum Management System. Look it up. Send me an email, offthegridtech@protonmail.com. Don't send me a message here at Facebook, because 9 times out of 10 they never get to me anyway. You can find me, you know where I am, you know who I am. And all those groups out there that may or may not get to listen to this, don't kid yourself that you're that you can do it on your own. You can't. We can't do it on our own either. We're not telling you to stop doing what you're doing. We're telling you to have a little bit of a look at QMS, because it's an overarching, an umbrella a platform that can fit everyone in. And you know, it's not a policy, there's no policies attached to it yet, because that's not our decision. Our decision is just to build the system so it's not corruptible, so it's completely secure and safe, and so that it's identified only with the individual through that sovereign Australian key. Now, the questions that you're going to be asking are questions we already have the answers to, so ask away. But don't sit back and think, oh, this is just another one of those airy-fairy ideas. We're building it, okay? We're building it, and then we will take it to the people. And hopefully, with the million-odd people that we have that have already evidenced their support of QMS, and their circles of friends and family and colleagues and just people they know, we will get to the 8 million we need to have a majority of electors in Australia, and then we will go to our lawful Parliament House in Canberra, which is just sitting there gathering dusts, turn the lights on and take back our Australia. If you think that this is not doable, then come to me and talk to us about it. You know, let's get your questions out of the way. Don't just assume that it can't be done, and don't just assume that it can be done. We want you to ask questions. We encourage people to ask questions. Do proper, meaningful research. Do due diligence. And don't forget that when you're doing research and you find research the researcher to make sure that they haven't got any skin in the game or any axes to grind or money to be made. That's basically all I wanted to really say, and I've said a lot, but it's up to you now. It's up to the people of Australia to stop capitulating to this bullshit that we're going through at the moment, where we're being treated like slaves. A couple of things. There are no UN troops in Australia at the moment. The only troops that are here are US troops in a joint war game which is held every 2 years. Stop looking for more information about corruption, about treason. We got enough to hang them 10 times over. So now it's time for action. Let's get together and get our Australia back. Let's get together and help us build the QMS so that we can give you your unique sovereign key, which is like a fingerprint. Only you can use it, only you have access to it, but you can have a real-time say in everything. Doesn't matter what level of government, there's only 2, state and federal, but even in local council issues, you'll have a real say, because your sovereign Australian key is for the Commonwealth of Australia. It's not a political party. It's your sovereign identity. You say you've had your sovereignty taken away. You haven't. You've just been conditioned to think that you don't have it anymore. Stand in your truth. Brady Gunn, brilliant man, great Aussie. Stand in your truth. Tom Barnett, great Aussie. Stand in your truth. There's a million of us out there. Jackie Dundee, she'll tell you, stand in your truth. Dave O'Neig's, God bless his soul. He's a magnificent Australian. Stand in your truth. Stand with us. Stand in your truth. Get your sovereignty in the way of an encrypted key so that only you can use it and no one can abuse it. It's as simple as that. That's all I got for you today, because I've just arrived home and I've got so many things to do, so many people to call back. And you know what? It's really, really important that you understand that everything we're doing, we're researching. Everything we're doing our due diligence. If we tell you that something looks okay, we're not saying take our word for it. We're saying do your due diligence, do your research, and don't forget that when you've done your research and you're about to send it out to the masses, that you research the researcher. And that's not you, that's the person that is saying or telling you what's going on. And, you know, we got no secrets here. So at the end of the day, you need to get together with us and help us build this new platform so we can go out to the masses and say, what does our best health system look like? What does our best telecommunication system look like? What does our best, foreign policy look like? What does our best agricultural policy look like? All of these things, what does the best one look like? We're going to be asking people who are basically in these types of industries, what does the best possible system look like? And then we will put it to the people for a vote. not politicians, they're gone. We don't need them anymore, and we certainly will be getting rid of all of them. We don't need a parliament as it sits at the moment, because it's just it's unlawful. But what we do need is the will of the Australian people, and that's you. And so we need you, and we need you now. So don't muck around thinking about it. Start asking questions. Get to us. Let us explain what the QMS is, and let's get our country back before, you know, we do actually have UN troops or someone, you know, setting foot in our country. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Bye.